Things are really exciting in East Lancashire at the moment. You know, I've only been in my role a short amount of time and already there's just huge developments all across East Lancashire. You know, considering really how vast East Lancashire is, there's a lot of rural areas. There's parts like the Ribble Valley is bigger than like Burnley and Hyndburn all rolled into one. So the difficulty is bringing all those areas together and connecting them, which is a large part of what BRIC is about developing that recovery outside of treatment. I remember asking Phil Valentine when he came over to Blackburn, I said, Phil, where do you start, you know, about developing, if we talk about treatment being the bridge, synonymous with the bridges behind me, treatment is the bridge to the community. How do we actually do that? And his words to me were, first you need to organise the recovery community, and the way I intend to do that is by working alongside the UK Recovery Federation to deliver some recovery seminars over this way at the end of the month.
ABCD, asset-based community development, yeah, which another word for asset is strengths. So it gets dressed up as very complicated, but it's actually very, very simple. The starting point is that everybody has strengths. Yes. The UK Recovery Federation was established about 2.5 years ago, is try and bring people together. There are people scattered around the country that are involved in recovery sort of activity in the community. Quite often they don't know what's happening in the next town or the next county. So we're really a kind of social networking organisation. It's to bring people together so they can learn from each other and share their strengths and their assets and essentially play our part in building the British recovery movement.
That way I can get everybody together from all the different mutual interest groups, people who are still in treatment, service user involvement reps, peer mentors, volunteers, staff, commissioners, anybody who has a vested interest in recovery in the community, get them together, get us to explore our assets, our passions, our vision for the future for East Lancashire. And then from those seminars, I'm looking to develop an East Lancashire recovery network, and that will really then tie into LUF, which is the bigger entity.
At Lancashire User Forum, we meet every 6 weeks, and at our last meeting at HMP Kirkham, we had nearly 200 people there. That's because we've created a level playing field. It's not about an individual or an ego, it's about a system and understanding what skills we need to move this agenda item forward. So we've created a constitution, we've set up a committee, and these are the skills that we need to move and grow this forum bigger. So now we're taking that vehicle, that Lancashire User Forum concept, and we're franchising it to the north. So in the north, we're going to have a mini Lancashire User Forum. In Central, we're going to have a mini. Can you see where I'm going with it? It's all about the grassroots. So we're getting into the community and we're growing this from the grassroots up. And it is truly nothing about us without us.
Giving back to the community, if we're looking at the 5 ways to wellbeing, some of the things that I'm working closely with Drive, the Red Rose recovery team on, was the rivers clean-up. So that, I know you filmed there, that brought together people from all over Lancashire. It wasn't just a Burnley thing, even though we started with Townley Park. That brought people from all over Lancashire to come and give back to the community, but get involved with something, you know, that had real environmental meaning. And I was just blown away really that day at how willing people were to come and travel for something that isn't necessarily in the heart of their own community, but it was about connecting with others in recovery.
We're cleaning the whole of the river from that end to that end for the whole day.
Yeah, we won't do the whole of the river. We'll
do as much as we can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice day. Thankfully, we've got the weather for it, and I think it's important that we can demonstrate our commitment to the community and the environment, and this is a great way to do it.
Doesn't happen at all without your help. This wouldn't happen. We sometimes work with trainees and volunteers, but very small groups doing smaller things. So we're able to, on this scale, we're really able to make a difference in about 2 hours. We've cleaned 1 mile of river.
More have turned up.
A lot more turned up.
What I expected. Yeah, we've got a lot of the jobs done. There was a lot of volunteers turned up from different areas.
Everyone's looked in different areas, and the weather we've got so far is fantastic. So.
It's a good community spirit.
It is a lot of teamwork.
I've got good satisfaction from it because you know you're helping people, don't you?
Yeah.
You're doing your bit for the community, which is what I want to do.
You know, we've been hearing a lot of people who've changed their life around and are just saying, let me have a chance to show people that I'm different. So we thought about it and we come up with something that costs very little money. It's just attaching some hands and feet to an idea, and I think what we've shown is that we can actually make a difference.
Over in Hyndburn, Accrington itself already has a very thriving recovery community, and that community is made up of people in 12-step and non-12-step fellowships, and there's also a very large Christian faith-based community, and they have the Hope Metro over there, who also have a cafe, Hope Aroma.
Yeah, I left prison in 2010, and I've been clean from drugs for 1.5 years, and I'd not had a drink, and something just weren't working for me. I had something missing, and I came onto a resettlement programme at Hope called Restore. Came through that, and I got God in my life, and my life's just changed completely. And it's not about how to stay in recovery, it's about how to live my life, how to get on and push forward in everything I do.
Yep, my name's Paul Jackson, and I run the coffee shop here, Aroma Coffee Shop. Yeah, and we pretty much open most nights and every day as well, so we have people coming in from all walks of life, and yeah, just trying to be positive and give them a positive place to come. There are sort of different focuses. The Tuesdays learning about church, because we're also a church here, so we operate as a church during the week, so it's learning church values. And then on the Thursday it's going through recovery steps, but bringing in sort of a God aspect to that. So.